Good evening, and welcome, my boils and ghouls going classic, to yet another spine-tingling chapter of Blood from a Stone, a tale of love and dread in RPG. My name is Philip, and I am the Dreadmaster, and surrounding me in identical graveyard backgrounds are our wonderful haunted players. Say, hello, players.
Hello.
I feel like I feel like Zane and I match with the flannel, but I need to not wear flannel so that way I match the other ghosts.
I think...
I have a blue flannel right here I could wear.
No, I mean, like, they're all...
Yeah, apparently ghosts wear black and humans wear
Ghosts wear
flannel.
black. Damn it. All right.
Apologies as I adjust.
The
Wait, you guys are ghosts?
That's true. Alvin's like, wait, what?
What?
Wait, they're ghosts, you guys?
Oh?
Well, it's so wonderful to see you all here. You know, as the singer sang a long time ago, I feel all right. It's Friday night. I feel all right.
Mm-hmm.
The party's here on.
The song goes Friday night's all right for fighting.
That
No,
is not
Friday,
the song for two
Friday.
reasons. Gotta get down on Friday.
There's a remix that allegedly is very good. I don't know.
Of Rebecca Black's Friday?
Yes.
I mean, the original.
Rebecca
was-
Black's Friday is already very good. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
It needs no improvement.
Ooh, are we getting a new die?
A die comes out today. Oh, and behold, always fun to have, a D6. And
Ooh.
cool, the symbol is 6 stars. And it has some serious, like nebular
Chunky.
stuff in the middle of it, yeah.
Oh,
Their
chunky
D6s are big.
Did you see the Valentine's Day set that got made that looks like sweetheart candies?
Ooh, that's clever, but I have not seen that.
It comes in like a box and then they're all like multicolored. So
Ah.
someone who follows me bought me a gift card so I could get that set. So that should be
Just
coming.
Sweetheart. Huh.
But I want to
Sweetheart
eat them.
dice.
That's a no-no.
Ah.
No dice. Don't eat them. But I want
Oh.
to eat.
I think that Jordy ate one of my D6s very early on. Remember, because Zane, we still can't find it.
How do you know I didn't eat it?
Have you checked your poop?
Every day. I've been looking.
Every day since then.
Guys, we're trying really hard to find that D6. Okay, to be fair, I did keep an eye on Jordy. He's fine. It was like a year ago, literally, so. If you did, it's gone.
Everything about this story is a bummer to me.
Sophia, but I want to eat the dice. They look like candy.
Have you ever I know that at Gen Con when I went, they actually had candy D20s. They were like handing out, which was very fun.
I want one.
But
Why
they were
don't
hard
guys-
candy. I would have preferred. It was like, I mean, they were like single
What if-
thing you give away, you eat it right then.
I have a mold to make like Jello D20s and stuff. Yeah,
That's cool.
I have a concept that
Uh-oh.
anyone out there who wants to make it can make and just send me one.
Okay.
Like edible underwear made out of candy D20s.
I feel like you are combining things.
Like
How is that-
chainmail.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but see, all right, and then we'll get into the game. But I have been looking, and no one makes these. I want D20 pasties, right? Like
That
pasties
seems like
Somebody
But,
should be
like,
making
yeah,
in the
that.
shape of a D20 that have the 20 on the like.
yeah, right. There's
You know?
It's like a pastry shaped like a sausage roll
Yeah.
shaped like a
yeah,
D20.
like you know, it's 2D.
like
Uh-huh.
what Wednesday Line makes.
Oh, they exist. I just.
No
found
one, they don't make pasties.
On,
Isn't it
it's-
pronounced pasty?
Oh my gosh.
It's pasta.
Pumpkin pasties. Wait, Zane, did you find some?
I mean, I just put D20 pasties and on Etsy there, some stuff popped up.
Etsy.
They weren't last time I looked.
In fairness, Etsy does make everything.
Etsy would be the place, but they
It's
weren't
on
last
Etsy.
time I looked. So that must be new. Oh, I'm gonna go. All right, after this, I'm gonna look those up.
Well.
Priorities.
All right. Well, I don't. Again, I'm not sure I would order like food like that through Etsy, but you do you. This is the continuing joke of Philip taking pasties to mean the like hand food from the UK.
I mean, you know, I'm sure there's a way to make edible pasty.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh no!
You
Let's
get
find
a bologna and you
strippers.
slap it on, and
No,
it's an
let's
edible
find
pasty.
strippers who use pasties as pasties. Oh shit! That's hot, you guys.
We're not doing
Literally, they
it tonight.
singe their nipples.
Oh,
It's that hot. But enough about how hot it is. Let's talk about
how
this-
haunted.
How haunted. Ooh, God.
Haunted.
Oh my God, that was. This new mic of yours is really upping your game, segue wise.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks. Everyone, I got a new mic.
Does it anybody else feel like it's been a long week, or is it just me?
No, it's been a long ass week.
I thought it was Friday when it was Tuesday, so yeah.
Someone asked me out, and I was like, sorry, unless we're taking a nap, I'm not able to do anything.
And their response was like, "Oh, we'll definitely be getting horizontal."
I was like,
It's nap central here.
"Oh, I can give you a nap, all right." Yeah. Anyway, want to look at my expensive watch and car? This guy
I
seems
told
cool.
you. Didn't I tell you? You might need those sunglasses.
Yes, but not for Whisper.
Okay, it doesn't matter. They're a prop.
But if Whisper shows up, I do have enough. So thank you.
If Whisper showed up tonight, I would freak the fuck out in a
It's-
I
fun way.
would love that.
It is deeply improbable, but I suppose it's not
but
impossible.
not impossible.
But also, it is pretty much impossible. But what's not impossible is for me to talk about what has been happening in the game thus far. Last week was mildly momentous in that we had a gathering of the Mistwalkers, which is unlike the gathering of the Juggalos. I don't even, I started saying that and I didn't have anywhere to go. And unlike the gathering
I'm
of
there
the
all, that's where I live a lot of the time, Philip.
Oh no.
At this point, Alvin Theodore is in control of the 13 tombstones. 4 of them are filled. 2 of them are named. 7 of them remain blank here in the Grand Acropolis of Paradise. Alvin's former partner in this endeavor, one Morgan Mason, has perished due to a really rough demonic horror surge. And Alvin, needing assistance, although he actually did gather this assistance before she died, has whistled, and the ghosts have come to you, my lad. Does anybody know what that's a reference to? This whole whistle and I'll come to you. Anybody? You don't have to. Just curious.
Jiminy Cricket?
It is
the,
not Jiminy Cricket.
Shadowfax.
The 1968 BBC television drama adaptation of the 1904 ghost story, Oh Whistle and I'll Come to You, My Lad.
That one sounds
Could that
more
possibly
likely.
be?
That one sounds more likely.
Is that it?
Yes. In any case, although it is, yes, that's where I came up with the point being.
Well, it's also Jiminy Cricket.
Whistle and I'll come to you, my lad. That's a very
Wait, so what's it from?
Whistle and I'll come to you, my lad is it's M.R. James, and that's the origin of ghosts being depicted as sheets.
Oh, how
Because
fun.
the person has this really I've read the short story and it's like kind of cool and kind of creepy, but it's like they basically just see an apparition like picks up a sheet and just starts like coming towards them, and he's like, it's more terrifying, and the like wood carving illustrations of it are like kind of defined that look.
Those of y'all who joined me yesterday, I was literally talking about how much you know about random things.
That's not random for me to know about a horror story when I run a horror game, quite frankly.
It's very specific. Anyway, you know a lot about a lot. It's a compliment. Take the compliment. Goddamn.
Jeopardy.
Can Philip please just continue getting through this recap?
Yes.
We'll never get through the recap. Not with this group.
We're clearly all ADHD tonight. It's not good.
In any event, Alvin Theodore enlisted the aid of some ghosts, including Beatrice, Mabel, Emmeline, and Agnes, who's sort of a ringleader of the ghost. Apparently, if the ghosts serve him well, they think that perhaps some circumstance of their working for Lady Joan might change for them in the better. But after enlisting the aid of a mustachioed gentleman named the Soldier of Fortune, they ran afoul of other Mistwalkers, such as the Trapper, who pieced out, the Sailor, who gathered up his allies, being the Journalist, the Drifter, and the Bounty Hunter, all of whom have come here on bikes driven by humanoid bats to sort of discuss the situation with Alvin, about what it is he could do to make everyone's lives work well, if he could perhaps do this in service of the Alliance of the Pearl, so that he could keep stability and, to his purpose, keep this great necropolis nice and stable and unruined. Alvin asked if he could sleep on it, which triggered a paradise music storm. There's not really a term for it, but it's a thing that happens on occasion. And there was a dance number here in the Grand Necropolis with basically Alvin and the ghosts singing the part of "Let me sleep on it, baby, baby, let me sleep on it," while the Mistwalkers and the bats and the gargoyles sort of sang or gravelly crunched, "I gotta know right now, will you love me? Will you love me forever? Will you need me? Will you never leave me? Make me so happy with the rest of my life. Take me away and make your wife," etc., etc. So the point is, Alvin, unable to resist this, did agree to sort of, Alvin, unlike Morgan, Alvin never made any formal deals with either the Soldier of Fortune or with a rabbit named Hopper. He just kind of made this deal. But so this is the first formal agreement that feels a little more significant that Alvin has entered into, which is that he's going to do this with these Mistwalkers, with this drifter, whom Mabel did not care for, but Emmeline and Beatrice recognized was a handsome bloke. I think Mabel is much more taken with the bounty hunter. Is my read on Mabel, especially since the bounty hunter, after everyone felt the earth move, she put a cigar in your mouth and lit it for you.
The read is correct.
Okay.
Very hot.
So, in any case,
It was very hot.
smoking is always attractive. That's the problem. So, except vaping, I don't think is. I don't care. Anyway, the point
That's
being,
because there's no fire.
it's probably true. I need a
You need
live,
the fire to make it hot.
I need a live smoldering flame, not plastic. All right. Well, so with all that in mind, the dread clock still stands at 2. Is that correct? I thought it might have gone up a little bit. I think we are. No. What? Oh, wait. Yeah.
Did some brownies come and mess with the clock?
No, it's 4. It's 4.
Haunted.
It
It's
is
haunted, and it doesn't want to be 13.
No, I think it just got
That's what
bumped when I've moved it around. We're
It's
at 4.
not me. It's the spirit saying
The
that.
brownies came.
That is a 4. Also, there was something that I completely neglected to do last week, and we've just done before the game started, which is that one Alvin Theodore made his debut in session 76, appeared in 77, was not present for 78 because no one was then there in 79, 80, and 81 last week, which is 5 sessions, which means Alvin Theodore is now a level 1 character.
Woo!
What class is he? We're not going to say, but perhaps he might use one of his abilities. Actually, don't force it. Just do whatever you would do. But perhaps if you use one of your abilities, we'll find out. So with all that in mind, I'm going to read tonight's invocation. Now, I spent a long time trying to pick what the right invocation was. And there's an invocation that's coming, but I just didn't think tonight was the correct night for it. I hope I don't live to regret those words. So instead, I will read you the invocation for Blood from a Stone, Chapter 82. If I could only find the words, then I would write it all down. If I could only find a voice, I would speak. Oh, it's there in my eyes. Oh, can't you see me tonight? Come on and look at me and read 'em and weep.
I know what that's about, or who that's. It had. Shut up.
Okay, I will shut up.
No, go on.
Oh, I also did not mention, because it didn't pertain to any of you, but at the end of last session, we'll hold on the mist where we ended last session as the Soldier of Fortune disappeared into it with Hopper. as he went to get reinforcements. He did warn Alvin that things were going to get bloody. But we will pan back over from the purple mist to this gathering. It is now fully night. Alvin, the bikes, headlamps are sort of shooting out into the fog. There are 13 ghosts surrounding you. 2 gargoyles, 4 humanoid bats in greaser jackets, and the 4 Mistwalkers. 3 of the ghosts are closest to you, being Beatrice, Mabel, and Emmeline, and Agnes is near the front as well. The Drifter, sort of kind of looking around, says, so, we have some more names we need to add to this, right?
We do.
And there are a couple of names already on there.
There are some bodies that have yet to be placed in the graves, but I have one question for you.
Of course.
Still remains to be seen. When I say a name, and they die, is that my doing? Or is that just fate?
I'm not entirely sure, friend. I have a suspicion that as soon as you say the name, the person doesn't die automatically, but their fate is pretty much sealed, although, I mean, he kind of glances over at the nearest grave. We'll say that it's the one belonging to Patricia Head. He'll say, I mean, we're all going to wind up in one of those someday anyway, so.
True. But time. It seems that their time comes sooner than natural death would have it.
Well, given the fact that you've said their name and we need to put them in those holes, I suppose you have kind of sped things along a little bit. Who are these other 2 names you have on here? Vespasian, McGillicuddy, and what was the other one? And Bounty Hunter's just like, James Britton. On that name, the Drifter, unfamiliar. The others, perhaps the journalist kind of gives the Bounty Hunter a look. But basically, well, I suppose, do you know where either of these people are? We might go track them down at least to get a couple more.
McGillicuddy was at the hospital.
Understood.
He didn't quite respect the garden.
Well.
Breton, I don't know him.
Oh.
He was one of the names mentioned by Miss Mason.
Oh, I see. And she met an untimely demise herself.
She did. It was unfortunate. She was my only friend.
Sorry to hear that. Well, if we play our cards right, you might be able to bring her back. If that's something you want. Good thing you never said her name. So, Mr. Theodore, do you think that you and your ghosts can handle getting this Mr. McGillicuddy, or should I send someone to pick him up?
I'd like to see how you do.
Understood.
My back is tired.
Fair enough. Shouldn't be too bad. As for this Mr. Breton, he kind of turns back and perhaps he senses something in the bearing of the bounty hunter, but she kind of just nods and says, "That's your bounty, huh?" Yep. She just turns around, kind of spurs, even though she's wearing more modern clothing. There are spurs jangling as she just walks out. Actually, she just, like, walks towards one of the bikes. One of the bats goes to, like, drive her on it, and she just kind of shoves him aside, gets on his bike, and spins out.
She's the best.
Yeah.
How many more names do we have? And Alvin goes to count, but the person playing him doesn't quite remember how many more.
You need 7 more names.
Looks like we need 7. Wondering if we can check the newspaper for any crimes committed.
Well, if you'd like, we could, my friend over here is a bit of a investigator, a journalist of sorts, and, perhaps he could look into some criminals. We could bring them here, get their names, and clean up the town and fill up some graves all at once. Provided you judge them worthy of that fate.
I think I'd like that. I want to make sure
Well then.
I look in their eyes and see if they truly deserve redemption or death.
I think we can make that happen. We need to move quick, though. The faster we get these filled in, the less chance there is for anybody else to come in and cause trouble.
So what happens if that soldier of fortune, as you call him, gets to this before you do?
Well, Soldier of Fortune is playing for the other team right now. And I don't mean that in any kind of a fun entendre sort of way. He's working for people who want chaos. Alvin, do you know what the people he's working for want?
You said chaos.
He kind of puts an arm around your shoulder, and he kind of turns you around, and you look over the expanse of the Grand Acropolis. You see the beautiful tower in the center, all the large mausolea, the perfectly manicured lawn, the sort of pattern of paths that you manicure each and every day with your deep connection to this sort of natural world. And he says, what his friends want to do is tear this place apart. Run roughshod over this. They want to break the stone. They want to tear up the grass. They want to change the landscape completely. And to bust it all apart. What they want is for people from all over the place to be walking back and forth across this. Not on the paths either, anywhere they want. Tearing up the ground. We don't want that, do we?
For what purpose?
Well, power, I suppose. Chaos, I suppose. They don't like how things are, so they want to change them. Whereas those of us who are more traditional kind of guys, even though I don't, I drift around here and there, but I like things to be the way they are. But they want to change everything, blow it apart.
And you're conservative. You keep it the way it needs to be.
We're traditionalists. Or at least, let me rephrase that. The people we work for. Traditionalists.
Well, answer me this. In the end, when we put the last body in the grave, then what? You say the magic words? How does it pick one side or the other? Does a Holy Grail come out of the ground? What do we expect to happen?
You're going to get some power, Alvin. You're going to get some abilities. You're going to get some miracles. And these miracles are things that you can use to help us and to help yourself. Don't worry, buddy. We'll guide you through the whole thing. But for now, Looks like we've got our work cut out for us.
We do.
All right, my friend the sailor here, he's going to stick around just in case any unfriendlies come out of that mist over there. And some of these stone fellas here, they'll be sticking around too, because my boss is their boss, if you catch my meaning. But you just wait here. Enjoy your looking at Beatrice and Emmeline. Lovely, lovely ghosts. And we'll be back in a little bit with some possible names. But I gotta tell you, Alvin, if I were you, when we bring you these people, you look in their eyes, don't be afraid to judge a little quick and harsh, okay? We're on a bit of a timeline, buddy. And he sort of moves a hand, and the bats drive off him and the journalist.
Pardon my saying something, sir, but that guy's rather smarmy.
He is. Can't
Yes,
quite get a read on him.
Too good looking for his own good, if you know what I mean, sir.
I think Beatrice quite enjoyed him.
Oh, she's having them improper thoughts. Beatrice!
I don't know what you mean.
He seems to not be telling the entire truth. Don't let his looks deceive you. It appears that we have two sides here. The sailor here and those
Yar.
gargoyles.
Would it were only two sides. There might be others who come in trying to poach this power. And if
Well,
I
how
be-
many sides do you think there
How
might
many
be?
sides?
Is it like a cube with 6 sides?
Aye. Well, there mightn't be 6 sides if I really think about it. There's our side, their side. There's ours. Well, if it's all the sides, there might be more than 6, in fact. But I doubt there'd be more than 6 who are involved in things, if you take my meaning.
So people like you.
Don't.
That's all right, lass. I'll go do the first
Walk
walk.
the plank.
Aye, there's no planks here, but it wouldn't be the first time I walked one. He just goes off on his back leg.
Got a funny walk.
Is there anybody else in the room right now?
You are outside.
Oh,
Near you, there are the other ghosts. Agnes is sort of like within earshot to be called away, but they're all just kind of like drifting about. The sailor at this point is getting out of earshot. In earshot, I mean, there are some gargoyles, maybe about 20 feet from you, and then also kind of nearish, there are 2 humanoid bats, but there's only 1 bike left, and one of the humanoid bats is trying to like calm the other humanoid bat, who seems very agitated.
I'll sidle up to Alvin and say,
With all due respect, sir, there are other sides, but there's also your side. And I just want you to know that we're on your side, whatever you choose.
I'll sidle up to his other side, like right behind him. Yes, sir. We are following. We're here to follow your orders, sir. So whatever you decide.
And I just sneak up behind him. So, you know, you're on 2 sides, sir.
they're pulling a Wednesday line.
You're just surrounded by ghost girls.
Whisper on his ear.
Yeah, we're like whispering right. I'm like right up in his ear. It's very.
Sir, I've got your backside.
I do appreciate the kindness, obedience in a way, but please don't take it that way. I hope you can have your own free will to decide someday. But
Are we allowed to have free will?
Well,
If we're commanded
if we-
to have free will, but then we do what you command, is it really free will?
but there are also. Emily, there are also a lot of the theological debates on whether or not God ever truly gave us free will.
Oi, Agnes. Do we have free will?
Are we allowed?
Right now, you're very loud.
I suppose that you all do have free will, as do I. But it should be noted that the main thing we have is a job to do. So we should use our free will to do that job, and not to.
Then you tell me how to use my free will.
But
Yes.
Agnes, we have no direction from Mr. Theodore right now, and so we are just having a bit of a banter, if you will.
Right.
Alvin, what we're saying is,
Hey,
now that we know Agnes is confirmed, we've got free will. I'm here for you. Emmeline's got your backside. Beatrice has got your other side. I've got this side. We're able to look out in your front side, so we've got you from all angles.
But wait, we need someone for the top side and the bottom side.
Well, I don't know how you get to the bottom.
Oh no! Of course, because the Earth has the bottom side and God has the top side.
Well, sure, Beatrice.
Well,
We'll just say that.
That a bit polytheistic of you, Beatrice.
That was very monotheistic.
I don't know. You compared the earth to God.
I'm saying that the Earth is the firmament that God made.
Then
Alvin
what's
is just
God
looking around, seeing if there's anything he notices while this is happening.
make a perception roll for me, Alvin.
has his top side and his bottom side. Otherwise, it's a bit polytheistic.
That is a 21.
With a 21. You, I would say... God, I wish my 13s counted. Alvin,
Can I pay one to the Dread Clock to have your 13 count?
not tonight. Alvin, you glance around, and in the mists on the far side of you, like in the distance, but with a 21 you can sort of spot it, there does appear to be a figure. This is on the edge. Somebody is standing in the mist, which typically you know doesn't go well for people, and it's not something you'd ever try. But there seems to be somebody standing in the mist there, which is strange, as if they're like watching from a distance, trying to overhear. You're not sure if they heard what Mabel, Beatrice, and Emeline were saying, but they probably did because they've been, being somewhat loud.
Alvin would like to appear as if he's walking the grounds and observing, just to get a closer look to see if he can see.
Perfect. Alvin,
Who's there?
as you head in that direction, the figure seems to try to move into the mist, receding a bit from view, as if noticing you are coming. You can make another perception check if you'd like to see if you can spot where they've gone.
That is 23.
Got some good perception here, Alvin. With a 23, you see that this person has moved laterally, and is sort of like staying within the misty part on the edge of the Grand Acropolis. They're now over by sort of some trees that kind of rise up out of the mist. Sort of like the trees behind sort of all of your shoulders. Like those trees kind of on the edge. They're kind of in those. There's somebody who's there sort of watching, lurking, aware of you and trying to move away. And you very sort of, just kind of making your own patrol. You've kind of, they're not alerted to your awareness of their presence.
He continues to approach and says, just not looking toward them, but says, I see you there.
Okay. The figure sort of steps forward and says, "Hola." You see this woman in this kind of large black dress. She has a guitar. And she's just kind of stepping sort of forward with a sort of smile on her face and says, "You are very perceptive."
I run this place. These are my grounds.
Seems like there's been a lot of activity here tonight.
You could say that. What brings you here?
I'm just seeking inspiration for the show. I don't want any part in what you're doing. I don't want to be observed by some of my friends, but I'm curious about how everything shakes out. And I feel inspiration to perhaps write a ballad or a sequence of songs about the 13 tombstones.
Where do you come from?
Nowhere and everywhere, like your new friends.
What do they call themselves?
We are all Mistwalkers.
Mistwalkers.
This mist I'm standing in, it is not for you. If you pass into this, it will make you sick, can sap your energy. But for us, we can traverse it.
It's on the other side.
Nothing, and then, suddenly, somewhere. Other places. Like this, but very different.
Is the mist permeable to many?
No.
How many of you are there?
For the Mistwalkers, we are 13. Only 13 with the blood.
Only 13 with the blood?
Yes.
Whose blood?
She takes out her guitar and says, "Are the others gone? Did they leave? Or are any of them still here?"
The one you call the sailors still here making holes in the garden with his peg leg.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
There are a few gargoyles.
I will sing you a song. A song of written by those who have our blood from long ago. Just a little is left in our veins. For the most part, we are humans like you. Beatrice, Mabel, and Emmeline. You've seen that Alvin has kind of walked over to the side here. And now he seems to be talking to a tree.
Right.
What is it you're all doing?
I'm watching him from afar. Just
Yeah, it'd be rude to pry on what he's doing.
right. He's got to examine the grounds. I'm
Yes, this is
not
part of
going
his
to get
job.
in the way of that.
I also talk to trees sometimes,
Yeah. We're minding our business, just keep an eye out.
but they never
We're
talk
out.
back.
Okay. Go ahead and just do some. Give me 2 minutes of shtick. That's great. Go for it.
What? Do you expect?
Sorry.
I mean, first of all, I'm not quite sure everyone can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. I mean, I'm quite curious, but, you know, we haven't been told to do anything, and I specifically said that I want to be told what to do with my free will.
Right. So, you can stand there. I'll stand here.
I'll
Beatrice
stand
can
here.
stand right there.
Yes. Yes.
And we'll just look at Alvin talking to a tree. Just having a wonderful time. Look at him.
There must be something lovely and simple about that kind of existence. where
Is
one
there
can
a
talk
bush or
easy.
something near me?
Sorry?
Is there a bush or something near me?
Sure,
Can I talk to that one?
you may. It's a very, very well manicured hedge.
It looks very nice. I hope you're having a very lovely evening.
Beatrice, are you going to talk to a bush too?
No, I've got more sense than that.
Well, Alvin's doing it. Maybe we should all do it. Hello, Bush. I'll lean over and say, "You look lovely today. I hope you appreciate your tender."
Oh, well, look at this now. Everyone's getting wild. I'm going to bend down and look at a blade of grass. Hello, blade of grass. How are you tonight? Are you having a dandy time? I'm sorry there were these loud double-wheeled carriages trotting all about your face and your friends. Are your family members okay? Are your little blades of grass all right?
Well, now, Beatrice, you're making me feel bad because we're constantly trodden upon them. You know, I think the level of sentience... Grass, bush, tree, and the grass doesn't have sentience because I'd feel bad every time I took a step here. But that's how Alvin feels. Maybe it's right.
Are we able to float? Do we float?
You are fully solid. No, you are.
Oh.
As the soldier of fortune described you, you are corporeal apparitions.
Well,
Mabel didn't know what that meant, but Lauren does.
Can I yell at Alvin and ask him if the tree is talking to him?
So Alvin,
Do we hear it?
just as she's kind of like basically La Trovadora as your
Can I hear the tree talking?
go ahead and roll a perception check for me, Emmeline.
Yay! Oh, that's the wrong guy.
Oh no.
Hold on. It's like I rolled 100. That's not right. That is a 7.
You cannot. There's a good bit of distance, and let's face it, Mabel and Beatrice are never fully quiet, so you're always, there's always just some voice around you.
They're always chattering in my ears. It's quite rude. But also, it means I'm not ever alone, and I don't like that, so it's alright.
Yeah. Where?
Well, I still feel quite bad now about the grass.
We're here and we're here.
In any case, as Emmeline has sort of called over to you and asks if you're talking to a tree, Alvin, we'll say that all kind of happened while you were talking to La Trovadora. So she's kind of pulling out her guitar, but you hear Emmeline calling back and asking if you're talking to a tree.
Alvin just puts his hand up.
I'll put my hands on everyone's mouth.
So, you're the one who is distracting him. No, you shush up.
Can I lick Mabel's hand?
You may roll a perception check.
Or a lick? Alright. That's a 13, but it's a dirty one.
Understood. Mabel's hands taste of, probably of tobacco, actually, said she.
I'm able to taste things.
Yeah.
Oh, just thought I couldn't. Quite gross, actually.
I'll just take my and go and point at Alvin, who I'm assuming is still.
If we were distracting Alvin by talking, then he would have told us to be quiet.
He's telling us to be quiet right now.
He's telling us to not distract him by talking.
How do you know? Maybe he's just saying
Have you ever had a conversation with someone else talking in another? Have you been in another room?
My
while
hands
people are
on
talking?
Beatrice's mouth.
Quiet.
Have you ever been in another room while someone else is talking and you're also having a conversation? It's quite possible.
Perhaps he can't hear because we're being so bloody loud.
Oh, Ben, were you asking us to be quiet?
Now, see that one's just.
Alvin, she called out to you once again. You heard that.
Well, I don't know what that means. You just repeated it.
All right.
I'm telling you what to do, and that's to be quiet.
Definitely asking you to
Tell
be
me
quiet.
what to do, Mabel.
At this moment, because
I
of
have free will, I do.
because of the weird intricacies of
told
how my computer works, I'm actually gonna have to. You guys can actually talk to each other if you want to, but our viewers and recording, you're not gonna be heard for a moment because I have to listen to something. So I'm going to mute your sound, and all people will hear are my gasps. So just a moment here. You're back.
In other words, going like this means to shut up.
Happens. Anyone else feel like the hand of God came down and just...
As you guys could have kept talking, it's just no one would have heard you except for each other. All right, Alvin. La Trovadora has pulled out her guitar. And she begins to sing you a song in a language strange, unknown. It sounds kind of old, and the tune is very beautiful, sorrowful, makes you feel sort of sad. The lyrics she sings, which I am still going to butcher despite trying to hear this about 4 or 5 times, is Mair Kuzgod Undi Garudi Blentinbach. Mer Kuzgod Undi Garudi Blentinbach. This beautiful kind of lilting tune. It does feel old, Alvin. It feels innately ancient. Ghosts, you hear this song. You're not sure if the tree is now singing and apparently playing a guitar, but I will let Beatrice, Mabel, and Emmeline all take a gander, or a listen, as it were. Make a perception check, you three. Merkuzgarden die Gardi Blentinbach.
17.
Maybe
10.
you're quite mute.
Sorry, what?
10.
You have 10. What did you ask? Oh, 2. Yes, you hear nothing, Emmeline. But Beatrice and Mabel, Emmeline and Mabel, as far as you can tell, there's just music coming from over there. Beatrice, you hear the words. Merkusgaden die Garudi Blentinbach. Merkusgaden die Glendi Blentinbach.
Those words mean anything to me.
We're gonna get to that in a moment. She plays this beautiful song, Alvin. It's almost overwhelming. Just you haven't quite heard music like this. She's a very talented performer. Even has the tag. But suddenly you hear running footsteps. Footsteps that are incredibly even, though the sound of each alternating step is not quite exact. There is a sort of a foot and then kind of a poke. Slam, poke, but it's running in this very sort of speedy thing. And as she plays, she sort of says, well, I look forward to seeing how this works out. I think that's my cue to go, though. Adios. And she disappears back into the mist. And moments later, Alvin, running at perfect speed on his leg and peg leg, is the sailor. Who's there? Where are you? Was someone here? He turns to you, Alvin. Emmeline, Mabel, and Beatrice, you see all of this.
I'll raise my hand. I'm here.
No, they were already here. Was someone in the mist? Why are you standing so close to the mist? Are you alright? Have you been ensorcelled? Oh, is it a siren song of the mermaids by the blasted side of the... He's just looking at you,
Mermaid, the
Alvin.
mermaid's real.
Are you a man of God, sir?
Here, away from the mist, lad, away. He sort of guides you from the mist, and he's got his pistol out, and he's just sort of pushing you over, Alvin. Do you let him guide you back to kind of over 30 feet or so to where the ghosts are?
I walk with him. I was interested in this part of the garden.
Did you hear that?
Something about it.
Wait, you all heard that singing, didn't you? Emmeline and Mabel, you heard the singing. Beatrice, you heard it more clearly.
We heard music.
Yeah, you heard
Didn't
music.
know what they were saying.
Didn't
Was
you?
it a mermaid? Did you say mermaid?
Well,
Real.
well, speak, lad. Did you see something? Were you talking to someone?
I was.
You got to not talk to anyone who comes out of the mist. The only ones you can trust are me and the others who are here tonight. And not the man with the mustache, not your soldier. You understand?
Didn't you try to kill us?
That was before you were on my side.
I'm on his side, not your side.
And I'm on his side too, which means I'm protecting Ollie's. And I'm telling
Wait,
you...
which side are you on? Because we've already got the left, the right, and the back.
What? Daft?
What?
What are you talking about? I don't understand. He just seems very confused. Beatrice. Amidst all of this, Meyer Kuzgad Undi Garidi Blentenbach. Do you happen to be proficient in history?
I do not.
Alright. Do you have... What are you proficient in? Let's do it this way.
Beatrice is proficient in athletics,
Okay.
Wow.
perception,
Okay.
and investigation.
Okay. Is your modifier for...
Getting a personality that ain't...
Is your investigation modifier a +2?
It is a +3.
Oh, okay. Beatrice.
Mhm.
I assume you don't have any languages. I don't think I gave you guys languages.
If you'd like to retcon that, I'd
No,
like
I
to
think your servants, they wouldn't have spoken nothing. But, Beatrice, from the kingdom of Hold Fast,
Mhm.
I would like for you to make a history roll.
Okay.
For a roll of a d6, you may have advantage on it.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Fuck, it's a 2.
I'll take it. All right.
Not fair. You know Dan will take the deal every time because he enjoys the chaos.
What are you talking about? I'm a hero. I'm a nice guy. I've only ever done nice things.
You might
All right,
be
advantage on the
not.
roll, baby. Holy shit! That's it. Can I do another d6 for a reroll?
No.
No.
Fuck. Then history roll, it's a 6.
At advantage?
Yeah, a 1 and a 5.
That's sad.
Please, Mr. Dreadmaster.
That's what you get. You sell us out for this
No,
shit. And you
but
even get the deal.
no, but you have no. There was almost a half a moment where you were like, that sounds like, and then the thing you realize is guitar. I think it was a guitar, guys.
Finishing.
Well, we wouldn't have seen guitars, so the fact that she knew that,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's quite anachronistic.
Very impressive, Beatrice.
It's a loot to think about.
Boo.
The sailor says, the sailor actually, upon that, the sailor goes, Yar, har, 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 har. Now listen, you must not trust anyone else what comes out of the mist. Only us four, you understand?
What do they want?
They want that chaos that my handsome friend was warning you of.
Chaos?
Aye, she wants, that one, she's a crafty one. It was a woman with a guitar, was it?
Was.
Very pretty. Sort of looks like Bix from Andor, her. That one. She,
What's Andor?
don't worry about it.
Is that a place?
It's when you do this and all that.
There's a slap
What
in
if I
there.
want to do this just and that?
point is...
And all and that.
That song she was singing, I don't... Why? Did you talk to her? Why did she play that for you? Did she explain? Why was she doing it?
She was explaining the Mistwalkers and mentioned something about blood. What do you know about it?
More than I should, more than any of us should. That's dangerous talk, especially around the handsome one, if you take my meaning.
Is he your superior?
No, he's just, certainly not my superior. He just,
Oh, someone's got a bit of inferiority.
I got no inferiority complex. I'm superior to him. He's just more prone to cause trouble for me in certain ways because he's got information on all of us, but not in a way where I'm in control. Is my point. Listen, the point.
You have free will. Does Agnes also tell you what to do with your free will?
No, I have my own free will, it's more what I have is the will of the seas. I get to be there on the open sea, feeling the salty breeze.
The sea tells you what to do with your free will.
No, I listen to the sea and then do as I please. But the sea, it's the seas. What the seas please and what I please is always the same please. If you take my meaning.
No, so that's quite nonsensical.
Well.
I still think it sounds like the sea tells you what to do with your free will, which seems appropriate.
Just listen to me.
Because how else are you gonna know what to do unless someone else tells you?
None of you learned those words, did you? What she sung. Don't talk in that tongue either. I haven't heard that in a long time.
What was the tongue?
An old one, son.
It did sound ancient.
With my with the higher perception check I had, would I be able to remember the words?
I'm gonna let you roll an investigation check on that point, but you cannot. We gave you your chance at manipulation, so just give me an investigation. Just a +3. It's not terrible.
Okay, which one? Let's go, big boy.
No, but the tongue means language.
Fucking A! God damn it, that's a 3.
Why don't you just say language? It's quite confusing.
No, because it's my speaking way. Well, because language is because it's.
You could just use the word.
I don't want to, and you can't make me, because I got a free will.
Beatrice, so that's a 6?
That's a 6, yeah.
Unfortunately, you cannot really remember much of it. Tell you what, though. Consolation prize. Another investigation check on if another idea pops into your head. And if this doesn't work, then I can do nothing for you.
Oh my fucking... It's a 2.
So 5?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You want to show that off, though, as a consolation?
Like, just to show up Beatrice. I'm gonna try.
See this, guys? Everybody see that out there?
I was about to ask.
We should have led with this, by the way.
That's a new one.
Well, that's the fate of Rawlings, is what that is.
Yeah.
No, it's not. What is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, it's quite... But, how?
4, 5, 6, and 12 are shaded in with purple mist.
It's quite lovely.
Very dope.
Very, very dope.
Can I have some insight just to see if I can show up Beatrice?
I will let you roll an investigation check. But you're going to get much less than Beatrice would have gotten. But the idea of Emmeline showing up Beatrice is kind of funny, so sure, you can try it.
Okay. That's a 17.
A 17... You didn't hear the words, you didn't stuff. So basically, you are now understanding that there is some language that he is saying he doesn't want you speaking, especially around the Drifter. So, you may know of some languages, but you have no idea if it's one of the ones you've ever heard of. The only one you speak is sort of this common tongue that you speak now. But you do understand with a 17 that... Okay, so what he's calling tongue, he doesn't mean these, he means a language, and there's a language that no one should speak. And that is actually not completely uncommon too. You know that Lady Joan at various times, when people would speak certain languages from foreign places, would get very, very upset. And in fact, with a 17, here's further consolation, further and further in the spine. You once knew that one of the other servants, someone who's not here right now, was speaking a language that she didn't care for, and she had that person put into an Iron Maiden.
What language was that?
We can say it was an infernal tongue, one of the languages of hell.
Oh, yes. Wait. Which way's the dark way?
Which way's the dark way?
The dock. Which way's the dock way?
I didn't know there was a... I'm genuine. Is there... Oh, if you do it...
Call back to 2 episodes ago.
Oh, the
Never
duck
mind.
way? Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. That is a callback. I thought you were saying dark, and I was like, in any event, Emmeline...
myself because I was thinking about the thing, and I don't want to say the hell language that gets me thrown into the thing.
Understood, yes. But this hearing about tongues and seeing Beatrice getting kind of like struggling for something, you do recall a time that, so you understand the idea that sometimes people say, no, this language is bad. So you don't know what language this guy's talking about. He seems to refuse to say it. But yes.
What happens if someone speaks the language? And what does the drifter have on you?
Just that, same thing he has on all of us, lad. He's just a very, insightful sort of man, that's all. That's no matter of what's going on here. Point is, don't be speaking that language and don't be speaking to any others what come out of the mist. We're in dangerous times, and you've made a deal with us. Don't forget that. Till the end of time.
Mabel, you're muted.
You're muted.
Still muted.
Bet y'all knew what I just said. Do we know anything about the mist being
Make an Arcana check.
in betweens? 12.
You definitely know that going into the mist makes you very tired, and that you kind of can't pass through it. You typically always like wander back out where you came in.
Do we get pushed out or wander back?
Not pushed out, more that you just get tired and like if you try to move, you get out of it. But also some people will die in it.
Oh, okay.
Let them ghost die.
You're not sure about you guys, but in your living memory of it, that was the deal with it.
Alvin, if I may,
Yes.
these people coming from across the mist are probably, well, obviously very powerful. But I do recommend that you don't try to go in. I mean, we just wander around and get bumped back out. Yeah, but, you know, someone of the mortal sort, such as yourself, might not make it out, if you get what I'm saying. So,
That's what she told me. She said I'd get sick.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just stay away from us is all. I remember. I'm going to continue patrol. I remember.
He goes off, and once again he's walking very evenly.
I'm wondering.
And once he's kind of gone, I'm going to again just get kind of right up behind Alvin and comfortably close. Go, sir, if you if you need us to take him out, let us know. We will do whatever you need, sir. He seems to be trying to intimidate you, and I don't quite abide by that, sir.
I do appreciate it.
Intimidating. And the old sailor, the old seaman.
Yes, the old.
Are you quite intimidated by seaman, Beatrice?
The crusty old
Yes,
seaman.
yes.
Yeah, he's
quite intimidated?
I don't think it's necessary now, but I am interested in when they bring someone back here who's fated to die. Is it at their hand? Like with the soldier, or Do they die some other way?
Excellent
like to
question,
follow
sir.
them.
Excellent. Whatever the answer might be, sir. It seems that there are many different groups that are trying to use you as a tool, sir, and might I recommend that as someone who walks in the light of the Lord, you let yourself be your own guide.
In response to those words, in the distance you hear the rumbling of a motorcycle. Coming into the gates, the gargoyles open them up again. The journalist drives up and kind of being towed by the thing, there does appear to be sort of like some kind of like sledge has kind of been roughly fashioned, sort of just kind of dragging sort of something behind it. He hops off, and if you guys go to investigate, it appears there is a body bag on the back of the bike that was being kind of dragged behind it. And the journalist
Who's in there?
says, "Oh yes, so this is as it happens, Mr. Vespasian McGillicuddy passed away shortly before our arrival, and I was able to just abscond with him rather easily. So there is Ghost, whether it's Mabel, Beatrice, and Emmeline, or some of the others, can certainly go bury him if you're prepared in his."
Well, shall we, Alvin?
Yes, let us put this old soul to rest.
All right.
Please just take good care as you
Of course,
lay
sir.
peacefully
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
this plot.
Up, up.
So, if Emmeline, Mabel, and Beatrice bring Vespasian McGillicuddy over, he's in sort of a body bag. Are you going to the other people you probably just tossed in. I don't think they were caskets. I think you were just throwing them in the dirt. Is that how this guy goes in as well?
Seems fair enough.
All right.
Except there's no box to put them in.
Alvin did tell you to be respectful, so
We will be.
how
Be very careful and respectful.
smash
Beatrice,
cut
if
to
you want to give a prayer, I believe that's respectful. So let's bow our heads.
Yes.
Emmeline.
Yes, yes.
Just as God brings us into this earth, so too does He take us from it. It is our everlasting hope that Mr. McGillicuddy finds his peaceful rest, wherever he might be, in the arms of the Lord, forever and ever, in the kingdom of heaven, surrounded by those he loves and those who loved him, but only the good ones who are also in the kingdom of heaven. Amen.
Amen. All right.
Amen. And a woman.
Let's get to burying, shall we?
Wait. And Alvin goes and just unzips the body bag just to make sure it's him, and to examine to see if there's any foul play.
Oh my
involved.
gosh. Good call. Roll an investigation roll. You can do a nat 13. I know you have it in you.
It was a 19 with no modifier, so 19 straight.
As it
Nice.
happens, this is the man who you heard mildly insulting you. You see no wounds on his body. He is very old, paper-thin skin. He didn't seem long for the world when you saw him this morning. Jesus Christ. A lot happens in these games, guys.
Been a long day.
Oh,
Felt like
it's
weeks.
a bitch, isn't it? It just sneaks up on you.
It is him.
It's him. Alvin zips him back up and says, "You can go."
All
sir.
right. Lowering him down. You've actually already pre-dug all of the bodies, so all you have to do is sort of fill them in. And upon doing so, when you've sort of patted down the earth atop this grave, the skull carved into the center of the tombstone, or kind of at the top center of the tombstone, fills in with a purple gemstone glows ever so softly in the dark, almost. Not really even emanating light, just kind of glows there. 5 down.
You know, purple was the color of the togas that the Roman emperors wore, who were the original defenders of the Christian God. So that's a good sign.
How did
Well,
they
they
get
converted
purple?
to Christianity from their polytheistic religion.
I'm sorry, you asked why?
No, I just said weren't they?
Wait,
Possibly, but I'm more interested in now they got the color purple because that's very rare, even in our time.
well,
Back
that was
in
the
our
point,
old
right? Yes, that
time,
was the
but
point.
not
That it was
this
red,
time.
so then the emperors would spend a lot of money for these purple robes, and they were clearly showing off their
Oh, well,
ostentatious
good for
wealth.
them. I hope I get something purple one day.
If I find something purple,
Rich and
I shall
fancy
bring
like
it to
one
you.
of them.
I just still think it's really strange to have a religion that's very centered on one central figure, and yet we have the 3 things and the ducks.
No, but you're thinking the 3 is 1 and the 1 is 3.
Holy
But
Trinity.
it's still multiple.
Alvin, have we got any more bodies?
They should be on their way.
And in fact, we're going to sort of do a bit, there'll be sort of a crossfade here. And as an hour or 2 passes, you hear a much louder, well, that's not true, actually. You hear a lower registered roar of like an engine, but it's not quite as loud as the motorbikes. And you do see slightly different kind of, a different quality of lights, of headlamps passing through the night. The gargoyles open the gates, and a large bus rumbles into the graveyard, into the Grand Necropolis. At the wheel of it appears to be one of those humanoid bats. And you can see the drifter is sort of standing up at the front of it. Alvin, would you please roll me a d8?
Two.
All right. Shoot, not a d8. I'm sorry. Roll a d4 if you have that handy.
A 4.
4. Okay, never mind. I did my math wrong because there's got to be a guaranteed number had to be. So basically, 4 it's because if that plus. So with that, the drifter sort of opens the gates and you hear like voices on, like, hey, like, no, like, what's the plan? He just goes, friends, hold on. I promise. We're almost out of here. He steps off and says, all right. Wait, Dan, what do you think's happening? Because I think you're going to be disappointed.
Did he just get a bunch of prisoners who are they going to come execute?
Okay, he basically just gets off and goes, all right. He kind of calls you over, Alvin, and the sailor and the journalist kind of come as well, and he kind of gives them like a flashy thing, and you see a couple faces like looking out, and he says, all right, so I raided kind of did a little jailbreak over at the police station of a couple people who'd got picked up for some disorderly conduct and the like. Thing is, Alvin, couple of these, I got 6 people here for you. A couple of these folks, they might not be so bad, but a few of them are part of a gang called the Lost and Golden. Alvin, you've heard of the Lost and Golden. They are a weird hippie cult who were supposed to be a huge part of this early game, and you guys never went towards them. Do you recall that there was a woman who was trying to talk to Zeke in, or she was trying to talk to, Zeke was a Session 1 character, was trying to talk to Zeke about drugs in Chapter 1 of Blood from a Stone, and you were like, whatever, and then like an episode later, you guys found her dead in like she just got and bats were riding circles around her, and actually I know Heidi Holly was there for that one.
I was gonna say I remember this.
Yeah, and basically she died. And you guys were just like, we got other plot threads to look into. Point being, she was a member of the Lost and the Golden.
Zeke really didn't care about people, did she?
Were they also at that big meeting of where everybody came together.
Excellent memory. They were. Their leader was there especially, but a few of like the hippie, like kind of like love criminals of this were there as well. But, he's claiming that some of them are on here, and he goes, and they are bad news. So, all right.
And just for clarity, what is Alvin's take on the Lost and Golden?
Occasionally they've come and tried to have picnics here, and they probably left a mess and were disrespectful.
I know that.
Understood. Well, should we bring him out?
We shall.
All right. He gets on the bus and says, all right, so you hear his voice saying, okay, so listen. My friend who can kind of get you guys out of the county, he's going to talk to you one by one. All right? We're just going to see how this goes. So here, let's start with you, buddy. And he gestures for someone and kind of comes off, and this guy, like long hair, like hippie beard, but like he's got one or two Manson points on him. There's something like, you know, like something feels a little wild about this guy. He just kind of steps off. Oh man, are you gonna, hey buddy, are you gonna take us to a land of sunshine and green fields? 'Cause that's where Bale always said we're going. He said we're going to a land of sunshine and green fields. Is that where you're gonna take me? I hate to leave him behind, but you gotta take your opportunity when you can. The universe provides for you, man.
What's your name?
I'm Hunter.
Hunter what?
Hunter Avington.
Hunter Avington.
Yeah, it's me.
How did you wind up in jail?
Oh, man, you know, sometimes the people in this town are just kind of squares, you know what I mean? It's you know, I was just kind of minding my own business, but the cops
Be
in
honest
town...
with me. Be honest with me, or I can't help you.
Oh, I got it. I get it. Look, I do certain things for bail. I was moving some product, if you know what I mean. They took it all from me. Even the really well-hidden stuff, man. But, God, I wish I could. I feel like I'm still so high, I'll kiss you if you want. You want a little contact high of what I have, man? Every atom belonging to me is good belongs to you. That's what I always say.
Hunter, do you know what I wish?
What do you wish, man?
I wish Hunter Addington would die.
Oh, man. That's a real bummer, man. You don't gotta wish that. You don't... The Drifter just... Great work. All right, let's
I'll glance at Alvin and nod in a way. Do I take him? This is me saying, would you like us to bury him without words? And I'll signal to the others to go.
And in fact, other ghosts are sort of gesturing to you to which one. They kind of ghosts are around and noticing where. And sure enough, as soon as he said that, moments before the guy died, one of the graves filled up. So, Hunter Avington, rest in pieces. He will bring off the next.
I love the NPCs. This is great.
Is he in pieces?
Nah. He might be by the time. In any
Are we
case.
being commanded to chop him up so we can rest in pieces?
He must remain intact.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just me being weird. That no one in the game said that.
I just wanted to check.
The next person who comes off is another member of the Lost and Golden. They're kind of wild-eyed guy. He's got kind of like big sideburns, but you know, pretty clean shaved in the front. He's wearing like a jean jacket that's got a lot of paint all over it. Kind of like some beaded stuff. He just kind of steps down.
Oh man, what's going on, man? Are we getting out of here?
Perhaps. What's your name?
I'm Davy.
Davy what?
They call me Davy the Dream.
Davy the Dream what?
Hey, Davy the Dream will make you cream, man. No,
Do you have a cow?
Whoa. No, I would never seek to own an animal like that, man.
But then how do you make cream?
Now, have I ever had a cow before? I mean, you know, might have one time, man. I don't know. We were on a farm for a while.
But you can't make cream without a cow. Do you make goat cream?
Oh, man, goat cheese, yeah. That is the thing that people do sometimes, goat milk.
But you said you make people cream, so how do you make people cream if you don't have a cow or a goat?
Man,
Emmeline.
I don't
Get back
want
to work.
I don't want to scandalize your old lady, man. Sorry.
Why were you in jail?
What? Man, we're all in jail all the time. But unfortunately, the haircuts in town, you know, they're just guilty by association, man. Just 'cause I'm, you know, with Hunter. Where is Hunter? Oh, did you already send him on?
I did.
Oh, man, lucky guy. Well, yeah, I'd love to go where Hunter's going, man. I was just helping him out, you know.
Remind me your name again?
You just call me Davy the Dream.
I wish Davy the Dream would die.
Oh. Well, you'll probably get your wish eventually, man. I mean, we're all... Great. Let's... And some of the... Agnes is like, it's this one right here. And she points to one of the gravestones.
That's quite rude. What are gonna people do about putting something in the coffin now?
No, we're not doing that. We're just putting the bodies in and burying them. Let's go.
You don't have say over me. I have free will.
No,
and
I do in this
told
case.
me.
Let's get them done. Quick and buried. Now, we've got a lot of bodies to go.
I
Accurate.
only see the one body.
Great. Who will we bring out next? I actually came up with a lot of these people ahead of time. We're just gonna cross these off the... Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You know what? There we go. I'm just gonna change the one to human so you can actually kill them. Cool. The next is this woman. She's wearing a headband that has long hair, goes down past her hips. She's got kind of this like, she's wearing like a leather jacket with fringe on the sides. Very appropriative. It's kind of tall and sort of willowy. And she sort of gets off and goes, man, graveyards give me the creeps. I hate these places. Are you gonna let me out of here or not?
What's your name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine what?
Lorraine, none of your beeswax.
It's an interesting last name. What put you in jail?
Put me in jail? A cop with the Billy Club.
What did you do to be placed in prison?
Nothing so bad as what they didn't catch me for. So how's this work? What do we got to give you to get out of here?
Your name.
Lorraine Levine.
Lorraine Levine. What do you think of the grounds here on the graveyard?
Boring and gross and...
I wish Lorraine Levine were dead.
Whoa, okay, but... on the ground. All right. Now this next one I'm bringing out, I'm not sure if he's a member of the Lost and the Golden or not. Not sure who this guy is. But he might be. He seemed like he was hanging out.
How many more do we have here?
There's 3 more.
3 more people or 3 more graves?
Well, we just fed, and I assume, are you ghost carrying off this next person there, bringing it over to the thing?
Yeah,
Right,
they
cool.
Yeah, we have a nice little like fire brigade going.
We're just
So
working.
at this
We're going.
point, you guys have. There were 5 graves filled when you started. There's 8 graves are filled. 3 more bodies. The bounty hunter has gone off to find James Breton. So if everyone else on this bus is dead, you're in great shape. Next up comes out this like old dude. He's got like a very bristly beard, long hair, kind of bald, sort of balding gray hair kind of down. He's wearing like a just canvas jacket that's all sort of ripped up. He doesn't look like a hippie. But he definitely looks like he might live in the woods with hippies. That kind of guy. Drifter's like, come on over. We're trying to move people quick. We just gotta make sure you're all right, buddy. Come on, friend. He's like,
I trust you. You seem okay. I like your face. It was cut from granite.
What's your name?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
My name's Max.
Max.
Yes, sir.
What placed you in jail?
Oh, public intoxication and sleeping on a bench.
Do you have a home?
Oh, not as such, sir.
Are you hungry?
Yes, sir. Very much so, sir.
You see my shed over there?
Oh, I do, sir.
Why don't you go make yourself a peanut butter jelly sandwich?
Oh, I've not had one of those in a long time, sir. Many thanks. I like all of their costumes, sir.
he just says to all the ghosts. Beatrice?
Is this the guy that was sleeping on a park bench when the mountain appeared?
Oh shit! I should have done that. It should be Pierce's character. Hold on. Let me see what that guy's name was. Hold on, everyone. Actually, no. It was a Pierce character. No, that guy died.
Okay, yeah, I can remember. Yeah.
That guy absolutely died. Also, Cotton was that guy's name. And if we're being honest, if it was a Pierce character,
Yeah,
he would have been an asshole right now.
Yeah.
And probably would have got himself killed. Yes, Emmeline, what was the question?
Hold off. I'm holding on. Can I hold off?
Hold on, what? I didn't hear it. Sorry, what?
You told me to hold on,
Oh.
and I'm asking if I can hold off now.
You may hold off, sure.
Okay.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Oh no, it's just so much shtick. It's a perfect shtick storm.
Sorry, I don't know what got into me tonight.
It was not Cotton, because Cotton died. But had Cotton not died, that really
Right,
should have
yeah.
been Cotton.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn. All right.
Sorry for giving you a heart attack.
No. Oh my god, what a missed opportunity that thankfully wasn't. All right. Wow. Agnes may mutter something about, I don't understand why these people get to go have their peanut butter sandwiches, whatever. God, they think this is whatever. Blah, blah. Alvin. The drifter is sort of still on it. Oh my god, this is rough. Roll 2d6s for me and tell me the individual numbers.
A 1 and a 4.
A 1 and a 4. Oh. Oh, okay. He sort of, he kind of goes on, all right, come on, don't worry, honey. We'll get you in a second. Just, and you hear them saying, like, we work together, please. Like, no, I'm telling you, listen. He's got to talk to the individual just to make sure everything's okay. So this kind of guy gets off. He's wearing a kind of like a leather jacket. Has kind of a doesn't look like a greaser, kind of more of like a little rough around the edges kind of guy. Sort of steps off, has a little stubble on his face. Oh man. Yeah. What's this all about, huh?
You'll find out eventually. What's your name?
I'm Roy.
Roy. What caused you to wind up in jail?
Oh, well, me and my friends, we were kind of playing a show, kind of a underground sort of show, you know, and we were playing a little loud. And so I guess, I don't know, I mean, I figured it wouldn't be a problem, but I guess some of the cops, I don't know, they started rounding people up, and Patty and I got pinched, so, you know.
Just playing music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Someone pinched you for playing music?
Yeah, the cops pinched us.
All constables are bastards. How do they go around pinching people? That's quite rude.
Oh no. No, they arrested us. Is what I mean.
Oh!
Because, you know, we were kind of playing loud, and I guess there were noise complaints, and I don't know, I guess we were, you know, I mean, okay, Patty and I, we sort of fought back a little bit, you know, how it goes, but most of the band got away. Oh, we're Backyard Bingo, sorry, or Backseat Bingo, sorry if you didn't know, that's our band. Alvin, I'd like for you to roll a history check.
11.
I'll say with an 11, you might have even heard the term. Backseat Bingo is kind of like the biggest band in town.
You're free to go. You can make yourself a peanut butter sandwich in the shed if you'd like.
Oh, free to go. I mean, okay, I thought, is he not? And Drifter goes, hey, look, you're free to go. It means he can't help you get anywhere else, but take the peanut butter sandwich. Should we bring Patty out? And the guy kind of just heads over to the shed. Like, when can I talk to Patty? He's like, go to the shed, buddy. All right. When he's in the shed, he brings out Patty. Wow. Oh, man, this place is dark and gloomy. Crazy. Hey.
You're Patty?
I am. Who are you? You're handsome, huh?
Thank you.
So you're the one gonna get us out of here?
Perhaps.
Because, to be honest, I've sort of been thinking I could go off on a little solo thing, and Roy's not a bad keyboardist, so, you know, he could maybe work in a piano bar or something if you know some place like that, something classy. I'm a classy girl, most of the time.
I don't know much about piano bars, but what caused you to wind up in jail?
Oh, you know. Sometimes the cops just don't like when a beautiful girl in a band are just causing too much attention. We're sort of, you know, riling up the youngsters. That's the whole problem with us, right? I mean, even our name, Backseat Bingo, you know what that is, right?
No.
Well, you know, it's like you're playing bingo in the back seat, you know, trying to get everything the right, trying to find all the buttons you can push, you know what I mean?
Don't push buttons in bingo.
Yeah,
You
know.
kill this one, because choose with a mouth open.
Kill me? Okay, that's like not even funny to joke about, okay?
Close your damn mouth.
She blows a bubble.
You can make yourself a peanut butter sandwich in the shed.
Is that code for something, honey?
There's milk as well.
I'm more confused than when I started.
But no cream.
She heads over to the shed. The Drifter kind of sighs. Only 3, huh?
The other ones didn't deserve it.
Well, I appreciate a man of conviction, but we're in a bit of time crunch, so maybe we should hang on to them just in case we can't find anybody else in the next.
They have to go.
They get to go. All right. Hey, Alvin, buddy, you're in charge. We'll find you 3 others to take their place. People who really deserve it. So, I mean, we could just. I suppose we could just go for more of the Lost and Golden. Problem is, I'm glad this worked. Some of the Lost and Golden aren't quite as human as they appear, and that's not going to work for our purposes. Like, I'd bring Bale in here. He's the boss, but not a human being, if you understand.
What is he?
Oh, he's what you call an incubus.
Has Alvin heard of those?
Make an Arcana roll, or religion, your choice.
I rolled an 18, so I think they're both zeros, so whichever.
Sounds like some kind of demonic thing. Yeah, definitely sounds like some kind of, like, you don't know the ins and outs of it, but you've heard of it and know that it is against the holiness.
You do keep yourself surrounded by interesting folk.
Oh, well, they're not friends of mine, you understand. Just people I meet while I'm passing through. Everything going okay here? Was hoping the sailor, everything fine? Is he around? He's doing his patrols? Everything okay? He kind of looks at the journalist dude. Been here a while. No trouble? No visitors? No bad business?
Why did they follow you?
I can be pretty persuasive. You know, here's a secret for you, friend. He kind of gives Beatrice and Emmeline a little look. I think he knows Mabel doesn't care for him. So in that case, he also gives Mabel a look of just like, that's right. This chin was scarred from marble, honey. But he kind of looks at Alvin and says, you know what people are most prone to believe in this world? Exactly what they want to hear. You tell them you're there to break him out of jail, to take him someplace safe, to talk to a man who can send them exactly where they belong. They say, well, they don't say anything. They're too busy running to fall in line. He winks at Beatrice when he says that. So, I guess we'll go try to find you a few more deserving individuals, and we'll let these 3 get out of here. Come on. He kind of gestures to the journalist, and kind of he'll go off and talk to the sailor. Everything fine? You hear a couple words of the sailor.
This is fine.
What aren't you telling me?
No, just it's a little spooky out here. That's all here.
All right. Don't hold out on me. Where's the bounty hunter? I thought she'd have been back by now. How hard is this gonna be? So, with that, he heads over to, the bikes. Heads back out. Journalist goes too. Patty, Roy, and Max, with their peanut butter sandwiches, head out, kind of waving goodbye. Patty comes over and gives you a kiss on the cheek, Alvin. Come see one of our shows sometime. I think you'll like it.
I just might. Thank you.
Bye. She looks at you, Emmeline, and blows a big bubble. Heads off.
Can I approach Alvin?
Sure.
Not in a creepy way, but just walking up to him and say,
Of course.
You're a good man, Alvin. And I just want to say, if there's something that has to be done that you can't do, we'll help you with it.
Yes, that we will.
I'll let you know when the time comes. Thank you.
With that, as they head off, the night grows dark and cold. in the mist, you sometimes think you see figures. Maybe it's just the paranoia setting in. You can also tell, Alvin, if you do a little walk around, that now 8 of the 13 tombstones are full and glow with a little purple skull in the night. And as you walk, Alvin, this tune, you just can't get it out of your mind. This haunting, lilting sound. Meir Kisgard Indi Garadi Blentinbach. Meir Kisgard Indi Garadi Blentinbach. I apologize to any speakers of that language because I'm sure I'm butchering that. I will practice it before next week, I'm sure. Blentinbach. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
How creepy.
Hell yeah. I like how I'm proud that I immediately knew what that bus was.
That he just fucking busts them into their deaths.
Great.
It was fun because I kind of tried to give a range of who will Alvin kill. I think if Max had been at the end, there's a chance you might have killed the musicians.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Once you showed Mercy, you realized, oh, maybe Mercy's good. Oh my gosh. I also am so sad for Steinbergler at everyone that Beatrice just couldn't figure out the music. Just couldn't figure out that tongue.
Is it German though?
No.
It sounded like Welsh or something.
Oh, it fucking is. You nerd. You nerd. Is it Gallic? Or however you say it?
No.
Or is it Welsh?
Is it like Welsh or Gaelic or something?
I don't know. Anyway,
Did
thank you
Rammstein
all
sing it?
so much for watching. This was super fun. If you like what we do here, please follow us if you can, or subscribe if you're able. And you can even use your free subscription if you have Amazon Prime and haven't already given it to us.
Oh, and if you are on mobile and it's difficult for you, just go ahead and click on this handy little link that I just put in the chat.
It sounded so accusatory. Oh, and if you're on mobile and it's difficult for you.
It's hard on mobile.
It is.
But there's a nifty little link in the chat for you to
Wonderful.
subscribe.
Well, thank you. We have any things to talk about from anyone before I do our next coming up shows or whatever?
I think literally everybody here knows, because you guys are amazing and wonderful, but I have started streaming on my own channel. So if you follow my channel, I'm doing Wednesdays and Thursdays as of right now, and then intermittently throughout the week. So follow my channel and you'll get notifications when I randomly pop up. I play mostly scary games because y'all know my reactions are huge and ridiculous. So imagine them in a horror setting. Also, I'll be just hanging out there. So, and thank you so much to everybody who has watched and been scared with me so far. That's it.
It's been very fun.
Thank you.
There's a request for Dan to show his tattoo.
Oh yeah, show it off, man. I know it still has the plasticky thing on it, so it shines, but it looks really cool.
No, Dan is just very well moisturized.
That is true. Dan is
I am
the dewiest of
up.
skin.
I am.
Look at how pink your hand is, Dan.
I know. I have red lights.
It's because it has a red thing.
How
I have so
fancy.
many red lights on right now.
Hey man, what is this? A red light district in your apartment?
Yeah, honestly.
Guys, this was a super fun session. Thank you so much for judging who gets to live and die, Alvin. That was not dark at all. And
Very fun.
I'm very excited to see where things go. And also, what the heck was that about? What was that song, La Trovadora? What's the blood? What's that? What the hell's that about?
What was that statement again? What was the statement that she said?
What the statement she said about what?
She said something about the blood. Like when I asked, like, where are you from?
Mm-hmm. She said we're all over, and you asked who can go through the thing. She said just those of us who still have the blood. So, with that, I'm gonna say that on Sunday we have our starter session for a new Star Wars game that I'm very excited about. It's kind of a drop in. Dan, anytime you're free on Sunday, you could even drop into this if it happens to be on the every other week when we're doing it. Because this is a game where each session will be completed that session. It's a West Marches style. It's just whoever
I actually
gets...
might be free this Sunday.
Come join and help us build the thing if you want to. So it's kind of this kind of weird ongoing, like pop in, pop out kind of weird thing. Every other week we'll be doing that when we're not doing the Dragon Games. So it's going to be really fun. So join us that for on Sunday for our sort of starter session where we'll maybe build some characters, and I'm gonna have the whatever players are there help me. We're gonna kind of figure out what the ship is and maybe some NPCs who are on the ship every time and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. On Monday, Lost Lore Academia, we are in the midst of the extracurricular investigations book fair. Is that what it's called? Investigation? I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now we have a contingent of people who are desperately trying to get information about Bethan Afa, one of the lore masters of Grey in the Dark. And we also have people who are trying to dig up dirt on Professor Davies. And it's been
and reading the Aeneid.
And you're actually reading the Aeneid in real life?
I'm actually reading the Aeneid, yeah.
There you go.
I never read it before, and I'm like, well, here's this good excuse that I didn't read it. For anyone interested, the Fagles translation.
Oh my god, I've read so many Fagleses. My friend.
I mean, I have like a box set of the Iliad, Odyssey, and Aeneid.
Are they? It's all Fagles.
Yeah. Yeah, those three are all Fagles. Yeah, that I have. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it. It's nice. It's on my bookshelf.
Yeah, wonderful. My friend used to draw cartoons about Robert Fagles when we were like in 9th grade reading the Iliad and the Odyssey. He would just draw these really funny cartoons about Robert Fagles. It was just Fagles trying to take naps. Like, wake up! This is so stupid. Anyway,
no, but it's funny because of the specificity of it being Robert Fagles.
That's the guy's name. I sing of arms and a man. The Aeneid. What's that about? Anyway,
I mean, so far it's all just trying to. It's such propaganda. Virgil's no Homer. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Wow. Well, that's because we can really get into this because honestly, the Aeneid is
propaganda.
It's utterly different, though. It is propaganda. It's trying to build a thing, but the Aeneid is a constructed epic written by a person.
Yeah,
the Iliad and the Odyssey.
They're told over generations, and Homer's the one who put them. Yes, I get it. Yes. Yeah. But also Homer.
Oh, yeah, it's fair. This is undefensibly nerdy. We do not have a Grey in the Dark session on Tuesday. On Wednesday, though, I think this actually, I'm not 100% of this. I believe we'll be going back to USS Noteworthy on Wednesday. I think if we have enough players for it, it's pending, but we're trying to do that because it's the first month.
Pending.
Otherwise, we'll be doing that just when we can. But we know that really all anyone cares about are the commercials. So we'll try to get those commercials going for you.
In case anybody heard a sound, that was me squirting this. Right in front of my mic and was like,
someone just cut it off, and that was me squirting and leave out the rest.
And on that note, as Lauren rubs her hands with glee and composes herself.
She squirted on her hands.
You squirted on your hands, and now you're just rubbing it in for the moisturizing properties.
No, she squirted on her hands, and now she's rubbing it out.
That
it's true.
Great.
You have to.
I think that everyone should.
Good night.
Oh my God, children. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a dreadful night.
Bags are packed, you're at the door. A taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say. I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that. You had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after. after anything. But don't give up, not for 1 hour. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line. I feel like we've been running through somebody else's dreams. It isn't what it seems. I can't keep up this game. You're looking for someone to rule a kingdom by your side, but I'm nobody's bride. You need to know you're never gonna change my name. But don't give up, not for 1 minute. The game's not over, you'll be fine. You'll find another chance to win it. But what you're looking for is in another castle down the line.